adrift in the current. Elara felt lost. She drifted through her days, a sense of unease clinging to her like a shadow. Every path seemed to lead to a dead end. She yearned for direction, a sense of purpose that seemed frustratingly out of reach. The weight of expectation pressed down on her. Elara felt the need to find her thing, the one defining passion that would give her life meaning. She looked at her peers, each seemingly moving forward with unwavering certainty. They had dreams, goals, and ambitions that burned bright. Elara envied their clarity, their sense of purpose. She felt like a ship without a rudder, tossed about by the unpredictable currents of life. The more she tried to force a direction, the more lost she felt. The pressure mounted as she compared her journey to others. Social media presented a highlight reel of success and fulfillment, amplifying Elara's feelings of inadequacy. She felt like she was falling behind, her own life a pale imitation of the vibrant lives she saw online. Doubt crept in, whispering that she wasn't good enough, talented enough, or driven enough to find her place in the world. Elara knew she needed to make a change. She couldn't continue down this path of uncertainty and self-doubt. She craved a life filled with purpose and passion, a life that felt authentic and meaningful. With a deep breath and a glimmer of hope, she resolved to embark on a journey of self-discovery, even if the destination remained unclear. A kaleidoscope of interests. Elara dove headfirst into a whirlwind of exploration. She sampled every class, workshop, and hobby she could find. Pottery, photography, creative writing. She dabbled in them all, hoping to unearth a hidden talent or ignite a spark of passion. For a while, each new pursuit held the allure of possibility. She'd lose herself in the act of creation, the world outside fading away as she molded clay, framed a photograph, or strung words together. But the initial excitement would inevitably fade. The clay would harden, the photographs would gather dust, and the words would lose their luster. Elara would find herself back at square one, the elusive feeling of purpose still out of reach. She began to question her ability to find her thing. Was she destined to be a perpetual dabbler, flitting from one fleeting interest to the next? The pressure to choose a single path weighed heavily on Elara. She felt like society expected her to fit neatly into a box, to define herself by a single label: artist, writer, photographer. But Elara was a kaleidoscope of interests, her curiosity boundless and ever-evolving. The thought of limiting herself to just one felt suffocating, like trimming her own wings before she had a chance to fly. She confided in friends, seeking their advice and reassurance. Some encouraged her to specialize, to focus her energy on a single pursuit. Others urged her to embrace her multifaceted nature, to celebrate her diverse interests. Elara listened intently, taking in their perspectives while battling her own internal conflict. She knew she needed to find her own way, to forge a path that felt authentic to her, even if it defied convention. A serendipitous encounter. One sunny afternoon, weary from her internal struggle, Elara found herself drawn to a nearby park. The gentle rustling of leaves and the soft chirping of birds created a soothing ambience. She settled onto a bench beneath a willow tree, its branches cascading around her like a protective embrace. As she closed her eyes, seeking solace in the tranquility, she heard the rhythmic clicking of knitting needles. Opening her eyes, Elara noticed an elderly woman sitting on the bench across from her. She was petite, with silver hair tucked neatly into a bun, her wrinkled face etched with a lifetime of stories. In her lap lay a half-finished project, a vibrant tapestry of colors woven together with intricate stitches. Elara watched, mesmerized as the woman's nimble fingers danced across the needles, effortlessly transforming yarn into something beautiful and tangible. Mustering her courage, Elara approached the woman, drawn to her aura of quiet wisdom. "That's beautiful," Elara remarked, gesturing towards the knitting. "Do you mind if I ask what you're making?" The woman smiled warmly, her eyes crinkling at the corners. "It's a prayer shawl," she replied, her voice soft but steady. "Each stitch is imbued with positive energy and good intentions. I give them to those in need of comfort or healing." Elara felt a connection with the woman, a sense of kinship that transcended age or experience. She found herself pouring out her heart, sharing her anxieties about finding her purpose and her frustrations with the pressure to choose a single path. The woman listened patiently, her gaze never wavering, as Elara unburdened her soul. When she was finished, the woman simply smiled and said, "My dear, life isn't about finding your one true purpose. It's about weaving together the threads of your experiences, interests, and passions into a tapestry that is uniquely your own. Threads of wisdom.